Welcome back to RBC Sports. Our featured game tonight, Tayo Red Devils taking on Ivego Impact. Two sides right up there in the RegoLiga and both looking to make a statement.
Yeah, this should be a cracking game. Red Devils are strong at home, but Ivego have been flying recently. They are organized, confident, and won't be easy to break down.
Plenty of quality on show and it could go either way. Let's head to the stadium. Kickoff is next.
And now we move on to this matchup here for this afternoon as we have the defending champions of the league, Tayo Red Devils, as they take on against Ivego Impact. And also we all know that as well for the team, for Red Bull Fiorentina, we know that they defeated obviously Tayo Red Devils from last week and lost their first league game of the season against them. But as of this game here in this matchup at the Red Devils Stadium, they both go up against each other in this match. So this will be the team. This will be something for both teams will be really take a look at, because Ivego Impact do mean business, of course, as a team to really compete up the leagues in the RegoLiga to try and compete with Tayo in those league title positions. But they are down to 6th in the league. So they've got a lot of work to do. They've got to, especially this game here away from home against Red Devils in this matchup. So let's get this game underway and let's see if Ivego Impact can get the result here. Maybe they can deserve by the end of this game. Here we go, and let's get it underway. It's Tayo Red Devils as they take on against Ivego Impact. And now kickoff will be underway. Nathan Otimus will take the centre circle. And now we start kickoff underway. Now here's Michaelis. Now to Savic, now to Diaby. Diaby looking for options now to Aqua. Aqua now to Diaby. Now here's to Savic, Livakovic. Now trying to knock the ball there to Nathan Otimus now, but Luis Alberto on the ball back here for Ivego Impact. Now Paul Johnson. Now to Anthony Teraviexa. Now here's to Peter Farnes. Header there now to Jermaine Tyrien. Now Tawaren now, the header. And now is to Aqua. Now Savic. Now here's Diaby. Now Savic now. Looking for options, of course. But now here's Peter Farnes. And now here's now to Oscar. Now to Pepe. Now Nicola Pepe now holds the ball here now for Ivego Impact. Cross in the box. Oh, right in the keeper's hands of Christius Ambrosius. Now throws the ball. Now Lacazette. And now here's to Livakovic Savic. Nice pass there. Now Otimus scores! And Nathan Otimus makes it 1-0 to Tayo Red Devils. What a finish right there. Into the back of the net. What a finish right there from Nathan Otimus to put Tayo Red Devils in front here against Ivego Impact. And I've got to say, great transition pass there from Livakovic Savic there to knock the ball all the way right there to Nathan Otimus. And the keeper could not stop him. And now it's 1-0 to the team of the home side of Tayo in the game. So 25 minutes in the matchup and it's already been 1-0 already. Now Oscar. Now Lacazette. Now Luis Alberto. Now Diaby. And now here's David Julius. Now back now to the goalkeeper. Now header there to Mahrez, or sort of from Mahrez now. Here's to Luis Alberto. And that's going to be now a free kick. Free kick's going to be given. And Oscar right there was taken out by Aqua in the matchup. Now it's going to be now a free kick. Now header, ball called now to Nathan Otimus. Now here's David Julius. Now Nathan Otimus. And what a finish right there from Otimus as he puts that ball into the back of the net and scores another goal. 2 goals from Tayo Red Devils. An absolute unbelievable finish right there, as Julius, the striker, passed it nicely right there to Optimus to place that ball into the bottom corner, as now Tayo Red Devils extend the lead by 2-0. What an unbelievable pass right there, all the way to Nathan Optimus, 1v1 to the goalkeeper, and he slopped that home, and now it's 2-0 to Tayo Red Devils. So 2-0 the score. And now all the way now to Peter Farnes. Now to Pepe. Now is Oscar. Now is Savic Mivakovic. Now is Nathan Optimus. Diaby. Now Paul Johnson. Now Lacazette. Koulibaly. Now Optimus now to David Julius. Now back to Optimus again, make it 3-0 before half time, and oh, that went wide, and that's with the half time whistle, by the way. It's a score at the end of the first half, as it ends 2-0. We're back now for the second half, and here we go between Tayo Red Devils and Ivergo Impact for the second half. And now here's to Aubameyang. Now Lacazette's through, it could be a goal, it could be, and oh, it's wide. Massive chance there obviously for Ivergo Impact to get back in the game, but that chance right there was gone wide, and now it's going to be a goal kick in the match. Brilliant chance there, as Lacazette will obviously almost try to score, but it's going to be now a goal kick. So now obviously Christius Ambrosius will pass the ball short here now to Michaelis. Now is to Mahrez. Now Jermaine. Now Tyrone. Now is to Tyrone now. The ball holds it defensively here. Now Tyrone. Okay, that's going to be now a throw. Now throw in here now for Tyrone now to Mahrez. Crossing the box, header. And that's going to be now a offside free kick. Offside free kick, by the way. Now is Bonu will take the goal kick. And now all the way to João Cancelo. Diaby. Now is Aqua. Now Jermaine. Now Tyrone. Now it's always Scotty Michaelis now to Koulibaly. Now all the way to Moussa Diaby. Now Anthony. Now all the way to Aubameyang. Now Diaby. Now all the way to Koulibaly. Now pass the ball back to Christius Ambrosius. Now all the way to João Cancelo. Now Diaby. All the way to the keeper's hands there to Bonu. Got 15 minutes left of the game. Now is Pepe. And now is Aubameyang. And now all the way to Ambrosius. 10 minutes left of the game to go, by the way. 10 minutes left of the game to go. Now Nathan Optimus. Now Mahrez. Cross into the box here, a header. Now Aubameyang. Now Lacazette. Now is Anthony. Now to Lacazette. Aubameyang, no. Mahrez. And now another 1 minute left of the game to go. And now 1 minute left until the end of the matchup. And Tayo Red Devils are looking for a win here. And it's all over. Massive win for Tayo Red Devils. As it ends, ladies and gentlemen, at full time. Tayo Red Devils 2, Ivergo Impact 0.
Full time at the Red Devils Arena. TO Red Devils 2, Iveco Impact 0. A strong home display from the champions who get back to winning ways.
Yeah, really solid performance from the Red Devils. They controlled the tempo, defended well, and took their chances when it mattered. That's exactly the reaction they needed.
Now, let's head to the highlights from the other games across the RegoLiga this weekend.
A nice counter-attack here from Tayo FC as Ricardo Lopez crossed into the box there to Jerome Levi. Save, rebound, then Jerome Levi got that ball and headed it into the back of the net as now Levi makes it 1-0 in the game. Unbelievable cross right there. Header hit the crossbar, back onto the head there to Jerome Levi, and now it's 1-0. And then obviously Rodrigo De Paul, nice pass there to Coutinho, and then Coutinho there for a little back heel there to Ericus Christus, and then Christus right there, pass or tried to, but no. And then Nakajima right there, pass there to Gadius Pontis, and now Ricardo Lopez holds the ball now to Gadius Pontis, and then Jerome Levi there hits it into the bottom corner, and now Tayo FC have scored, and now it's a goal there to make it 1-0 in the matchup. As what an unbelievable strike right there for him, and what an unbelievable goal in the bottom corner. And then however, a great counter-attack here from James Rodriguez to Coutinho, all the way to Ericus Christus here for Inter Taloga to put that ball into the bottom corner. And that's an unbelievable goal right there from Ericus Christus to get himself the goal back for Inter Taloga. And now it's 2-1 in the game here so far this afternoon. And the full-time whistle officially blew in the game as it ends as Tayo FC 2, Inter Taloga 1 as the full-time score here for this afternoon. And then, however, nice little counter-attack in the matchup here from, looks like from Sporting Laurentis. Obviously lost the ball and lost control of it, the defenders. And then Duran hits the ball for Insilia FC to score the first opener in the match. As nice goal right there in the game there for Insilia FC to score. And that's an unbelievable finish into the bottom corner. And now it's 1-0 to Insilia in the game. And it's definitely pressure, of course, on the manager of Steven Gerrard for Sporting Laurentis, of course. And every single, obviously, week, they keep on obviously losing every week. And again, another goal conceded. And now Vincent Abubakar makes it 2-0 to Insilia FC. As what a great little display of football there of Insilia. And now it's 2-0. And then Sporting Laurentis, Joel Nontis had the ball and he hit it into the top corner. And Sporting Laurentis have got themselves a consolation goal, sort of back in the matchup. Still maybe a comeback could happen in their horizon, but at the moment they are behind still by 2-1. And the full-time score in the game as it ends is Insilia FC 2, Sporting Laurentis 1 as a full-time score here for this afternoon. And now, nice chance here from obviously a chance to shoot, but save there from Kalic. And then Kalic right there throws it there to Damian Adam. And then Ruben Neves, nice pass there to Gabriel Barbosia. And then David hits the ball into the bottom corner as he scores into the back of the net. As Wilhoven Knights lead the game by 1-0. And I've got to say, absolutely fantastic right there for him to score. An unbelievable finish as the Knights are in the lead in the game. And then a corner right here for Wilhoven Knights. And a header right there from Gabriel Barbosia to extend the lead to make it 2-0 to Wilhoven Knights. And an unbelievable finish right there. Unbelievable header as the captain makes it 2-0. The full-time score in the matchup here, the game, as it ends as Gotham City 0, Wilhoven Knights 3 as the full-time score here for tonight. And a counter-attack in the matchup here for AFC Richmond as Danny Roja. And there's a Janius, obviously Tartius, obviously trying to win the ball. Obviously a free kick for Richmond. And then Janius Tartius has a shot and it went wide. And almost a chance right there for Tartius to try and get the goal here for AFC Richmond. But it's still, of course, 0-0 in the game. And then AFC Richmond got themselves a fail, by the way, by obviously their Will Dalmios obviously fail onto Dave Blanis. And then Sam Asania had a chance to shoot, but unfortunately that ball for AFC Richmond has gone wide. And that was a better chance, of course, for Richmond to try and do something in the game. But, however, that went wide for a goal kick. As a full-time score, the game ended here as AFC Richmond 0, Chessmotor Blue Warriors 0 as a full-time score in the game here for this afternoon. And a brilliant counter-attack in the matchup for Greenfield the game as Thomas Muller holds the ball nicely there to Harry Brucus. Nice pass there to Victor Osimhen to score the first opener, as now Greenfield Boys United, of course, lead the game by 1-0. And then Greenfield carry on playing here nicely as Vincent Gunnius, nice pass there to Victor Osimhen, nice pass there to Thomas Muller to finish that ball into the bottom corner, and what an opening finish right there for Greenfield in the matchup, as what a perfect goal right there for Muller, and now it's 2-0 in the game. And then New Forest Vikings, of course, got themselves a goal consolation back in the game as Mason Greenwood, nice little run there, pass there all the way to Adam McKenzie to put that ball into the roof of the net as a goal back for New Forest Vikings in the game. And now it's 2-1 here for Greenfield. And the whistle, by the way, blew at the game as it ended as New Forest Vikings 1, Greenfield Boys United 2 as a full-time score here for tonight. And now nice counter-attack here from Jeffrey Wijnaldum as Roman Varenti passed there to Devon Williamos, and then Junior Firpo had a shot and he hit it into the top corner, as what a goal right there for Prentos, and they've put themselves in the lead over Alders Antlers already in the game to make it 1-0 in the matchup. Nice little pass in there from Prentos to try and do something, and nice hit into the top corner, and now here's a goal to make it 1-0. And however, a nice header there into Roberto Firmino to go forward, however, and then lost the ball back here, Prentos to Alex Telles. And then Roman Varenti won the ball for Prentos, and then Sir Maximan took it all upon himself and he hit it into the bottom corner, into the back of the net, as now it's 2-0 to Prentos. And the full-time score of the game ended as Alders Antlers have got themselves a defeat here over Prentos, and 2 goals scored by Junior Firpo and St Maximan as it ends Prentos FC 2, Alders Antlers 0 this afternoon. And then, however, a nice counter-attack in the matchup here from the team as Ziyech, nice little hold ball here for Red Bull Fiorentina, and then obviously Forsberg hold it nicely there to Lulius. And then Ziyech right there trying to pass the ball, but then went to Freddie there. And then nice pass there to Bart Pedri. And then Prince Charles trying to win the ball and try and shoot. But then Freddie Ericus all the way to Bart Petri. And he hit that ball into the back of the net. And now it's a finish to make it 1-0 to Red Bull Fiorentina in the game. And then, however, Red Bull Fiorentina right there. Nice hold ball there to Freddie Ericus. And then Bart Pedri right there, nice pass there to Prince Charette to get himself a chance to score for RB, and then Bart Pedri, nice ball there, assist to Pedri to score to make it 2-0 to extend the lead here for RB Fiorentina, as what an amazing goal right there from Fiorentina to make it 2-0 in the game. What a pass there, I've got to say, and what a brilliant touch. And a cross right there from Tim Pittis all the way into the box. Header right there from Bart Petri to make it 3-0 in the game. As what a header right there from Bart Pedri. And now a hat-trick for him. A hat-trick in the game as Southern Coast are bitterly disappointed, of course, to concede 3 goals. And a hat-trick there from Bart Petri in the game. Crossing, header, keeper can get there. And now it is 3-0 to RB Fiorentina in the game here this afternoon. And that's going to be the full-time whistle at full-time. A hat-trick for Bart Petrie in the game. Really deserved that match ball, of course. And he runs away with it, of course, with that perfect victory in the game. A pouring day this afternoon as it ends Southern Coast 0, Red Bull Trentina 3 at full-time. A nice little counter-attack here from Demarai Gray here for Laurentis Grasshoppers, then to Aaron Ramsey, and then Martin Agnes had a shot, had the ball, and he put it right into the top corner as Laurentis Grasshoppers lead the game by 1-0 in the match. Great football, I've got to say, and great display from Laurentis Grasshoppers, and that's an unbelievable hit into the bottom corner. And then clearance away there from the goalkeeper for Coupe Soda Terriers. And there's Janius Creed. And then obviously Demarai Gray. All the way to Chirio Immobile. All the way to Martin Agnes to hit that ball into the back of the net to extend the lead. As now Laurentis Grasshoppers make it 2-0 in the match. And then Laurentis Grasshoppers really, let's say, putting the pressure on Coupe Soda Terriers in this matchup, as they're really pressing on their defence. But however, they did win the ball back, however, as Demarai Gray passed to Aaron Ramsey. Ramsey right there to Martin Agnes. All the way to Chirio Immobile, the captain. And he puts that ball into the back of the net. As what an amazing goal there for Chirio Immobile to make it 2-0 to Laurentis Grasshoppers. A lot of football has been great here, I've got to say, for Laurentis Grasshoppers. And they're on fire in the matchup here this afternoon. And then holds the ball nicely there. A foul's been given, it looks like, here from the referee. As looks like now that the Laurentis player has actually been warned, by the way. As the referee obviously gives Coupe Soda Terriers themselves the free kick in the matchup. And they might get themselves a consolation goal in the game. So Brunner takes the free kick. And Brunner shoots and he puts it in the top corner. And maybe fights on here for Coupe Soda Terriers to try and get back in the game, as what an unbelievable free kick there, as Brunner got themselves a goal back in the game. And then Edward Venator, nice pass there to Dele Alli, and then Dele Alli got himself on the score sheet right there to make it 3-2. A goal back in the matchup there for the Terriers, as now it's 3-2 in the match. And then Kinsella for Grasshoppers got themselves the goal to make it 4-2 in the matchup, as Martin Agnes, nice pass there to Ericus Kinsella to got himself the goal to make it 4-2 in the matchup, as what a finish by Kinsella in the match to make it 4-2. Beautiful hit right there, and what a hit into the back of the net, as now Laurentis Grasshoppers are definitely marching into their, let's say, big victory, of course, in this game here, and also for this afternoon. And the full-time score, by the way, ends as Laurentis Grasshoppers 4 and also Coupe Soda Terriers 2 as the full-time score here this afternoon. And a brilliant counter-attack here for Villager FC as Jamie Vardy, nice pass there to Steve Processor to put that ball into the back of the net, as that is an amazing goal and amazing finish to make sure that Villager FC are now, of course, in the lead. Great ball for Vardy. Knocked it there nicely there for, looks like, for Steve Processor to get himself on the score sheet, as now Villager FC lead the game by 1-0. And then, however, Los Andreas Pompey got themselves a chance here in the game to get themselves another one, as Various Rex all the way to Ericusson, as Ericusson hits it and he makes it 1-1. Nice turn, nice finish, as now Villager FC are 1, Los Andreas Pompey 1, as what an amazing goal right there. 4 obviously for him to finish, and that's an amazing one. And then Los Andreas Pompey got themselves that another goal in the matchup to put themselves in the lead for the first time, as Eriksson, what a finish into that bottom corner, as now Los Andreas Pompey are now 2-1 up to the good here in the game. And I've got to say, great style of football, great play of course for Los Andreas Pompey to get themselves nicely in front there, and now it's 2-1. The full-time score in the matchup here at the end of the game, as it ends here as Villager FC 1, Los Andreas Pompey 2 at full-time.
Wins as well for Los Andreas Pompey and Tayo FC, while Insula FC earned a massive victory over Sporting Laurentius. The Vilhoven Knights put on a statement performance, sweeping past Gotham City 3-0. Elsewhere, Laurentis Grasshoppers edged Coupe Soda Terriers in a 6-goal thriller, and RB Torrentina cruised to a comfortable win away at Southram Coasts. And here's how that leaves the table. Teal Red Devils stay top on 22 points, 3 clear of Aldous Antlers, Vilhoven Knights, and Greenfield Boys United. Down at the bottom, Sporting Laurentius are still searching for their first points of the season, with New Forest Vikings and Villager FC also in the drop zone. But the focus now shifts to Europe. On Wednesday night, it's Champions League action as Sesmoda Blue Warriors host Bayern Munich, live right here on RBC Sports. It's been another fantastic weekend of RegoLiga action. Big results at both ends of the table and plenty still to play for. We'll see how things shape up in the weeks ahead. That's all from us. Thanks for watching RBC Sports, and we'll see you next time.